Guys, welcome to another video I decided to make. I'm sitting in the new office, the new first VTC in Malaysia. This is the V Global headquarters, which supports the network worldwide. And wherever you're watching this, sitting at home or anything, this is just a very simple video made because I've been getting a lot of questions from leaders all over the world about a lot of issues which have not been addressed in our previous videos. Okay, I just launched a new video called the 8 Basic Building Blocks Rebuilt by V Studios, and you can grab that. But this video is going to be very short, very to the point, and it's for me to share on the importance of training in our industry, network marketing, the importance of training in the V, and the importance of training in building your QuestNet business. Now, one mistake a lot of people make when they come into our business is that they think they already know what needs to be done. They walk into the networking business and they say, okay, don't have to teach me anything, I know what to do. But when you really analyze anyone from any background, whether you're a doctor, engineer, if you're sitting at home right now and thinking you're a marketing executive of a multinational company, it does not mean that you can come into network marketing and apply the same principles you apply out there in your traditional world of business and become successful. Network marketing is a very unique, very special business which requires you to be retrained, re-educated, for you to understand what the whole business is about. Okay, now network marketing, the concept of network marketing is basically when you come into a network marketing business like QuestNet, right? Golden rule, you're a baby. You're a little baby who's just starting a brand new journey, all right, in a business which is, even though our business is 60 years old, in some cases 100 years old, the industry of network marketing, doesn't mean you know enough. So the first rule which I want to share with you is that when you come into network marketing, please understand that you need to walk in as a baby, you need to empty your cup. Now this empty your cup story I've shared many times in all my trainings around the world, and if you have attended my trainings, you know that I start every training with the empty the cup story. But I'm going to share this story once again here. Okay? Now the empty the cup philosophy is taught to me by my mentor, Dato' Vijay Ishwaran, our visionary, the managing partner of the V. And when he shared this story to me many years ago, I did not quite understand the importance of this story. But as I went along being a student, learning from him, I realized that this story was a turning point in my life. All right, and that my weakness for many years before, all right, was because I did not empty my cup. So here's the empty the cup story, okay? The empty the cup story is very simple. It's based on a story about Master Suzuki, who is a Zen Buddhist master in Japan. True person, really exists. It's not the motorbike Suzuki, it's Master Suzuki, okay? And Master Suzuki ran a school, right, his school with many branches around Japan where young people from remote villages, not rich people, uneducated, all right, illiterate, young kids who want to learn a new way of life based on Zen Buddhism, admit themselves to his school and become his student, right? And there was one year when he invited 13 students to join the first year of class. There's 4 years before you remotely can be considered to be a master yourself or try to be a master. Okay, and there was 13 students. 12 of the students came from remote villages in Japan, very poor kids. And one kid sneaked his way, maybe by influence by his father or what, into Master Suzuki's class. All right, and this student was not from a remote village. He was from Tokyo, went to the US, got a degree, got a PhD, highly educated, and he came to the class. Now the first year in Master Suzuki's class, you don't do anything. All right, you basically sweep the floor, clean the toilets, you basically cook food for the seniors, empty the plates, clean the plates, a lot of mundane servant duties. And then you promote yourself, or you get promoted to year number 2. So after the first year, the students were just doing this. They don't get to touch a weapon, they don't learn martial arts, they don't learn the philosophy of Zen Buddhism, nothing. Just mundane cleaning work. Okay? And then, at the end of the first year, Master Suzuki lines the 13 students up in the courtyard, okay, and decides who gets promoted to year number 2. And he walks to the first student and say, congratulations, you go to the second year. Congratulations, you go to the second year. Congratulations, you go to the second year. When he reached this American qualified student, he looked at the boy and said, you're not ready. You stay back one more year in year number 1. Now the boy was shocked. And with his ego, he rationalized that Master Suzuki wanted him to stay back, all right, to basically guide the new incoming group of students. Okay, so for one more year, this boy had to clean the toilets, sweep the floor, cook food for his classmates who are now his seniors. You understand? Okay, and he went on for one more year, right, through these servant duties. Cleaning the toilet is not something I think you're very happy about, but they did it. He did it for one more year. Now the second year, again, graduation for the first year students, including this boy. And Master Suzuki walked around saying, congratulations, you get promoted, you get promoted, you get promoted. Came to this boy and once again said, you're not ready. Okay, stay back one more year. Now this time the boy lost it big time. He lost his temper, he shouted, and he told his classmates, I'm going to go to Master Suzuki's hut and let the old man know how I feel. So he walked. He walked to Master Suzuki's hut, almost kicked the door down, barged in and started shouting at Master Suzuki. Okay? He shouted. Master Suzuki was sitting down, having a cup of tea, looked at him and said, calm down. Sit down, let's talk. And the boy calmed down, he sat down, okay? And then Master Suzuki looked at him and said, pour me a cup of tea. The boy poured. Now when you pour a cup of tea, if you're right now having tea at home, you pour a cup of tea, when do you stop? You stop when the cup is almost full, alright, just at the brim, okay? And the boy stopped, logically, common sense. And Master Suzuki looked at him and said, hey, who asked you to stop? Keep pouring. Now the boy listened and he kept pouring. When you pour more tea into a cup which is almost full or full cup, what happens? You're right, it overflows. And the tea started overflowing onto the table, onto the floor. After a few seconds, the boy felt like an idiot and he put down the pot and said, what are you trying to prove here? And Master Suzuki brilliantly looked at him and said, the reason why you never got promoted was because you are like this cup. You are full. Every knowledge, everything I wanted you to learn couldn't go in, it overflowed. So the principle behind Master Suzuki's teaching, which I learned from Dato Vijay, and I teach everywhere I go around the world, is that your journey into network marketing must first start with an empty cup. So you must empty your cup. If you're sitting there and listening to me right now and saying, I already heard this story, so what? That means your cup is not empty. And you can never move on. You can never achieve the success you desire because your cup is full. So as you come into QuestNet, as you come into this networking business, as you join the V family, first rule is empty your cup. Alright? And I hope you don't get offended by this video because I'm going to be very direct. I don't care whether you have a degree. I don't care whether you have a PhD. I don't care whether you used to run a successful traditional business. This is network marketing. It's a whole different ballgame. Unless you are tremendously successful already in network marketing and you have earned more than me, all right, and build a bigger network than me, I'm willing to empty my cup and listen to you. But until you achieve tremendous success in this business, guys, please empty your cup, all right, when you start your journey in this business. Now, this principle of emptying your cup is something which Dato Vijay told me I have to do daily. All right, I'm willing to learn from anyone. If I wanted to know how to repair my car, I will learn from the mechanic. If the mechanic wanted to learn about network marketing, he will learn from me. So on a daily basis, you have to empty your cup in order to gain more knowledge, to gain more experience, to learn from people far more successful than you. Now, the person who signed you up, your upline, whatever said and done, has more experience in this business. The fact that he signed up before you. All right? Your higher uplines, AVPs, V Council, especially the V partners, these are tremendously successful people, earning more in 1 week than you have earned in the past 5 years in your traditional jobs or business. All right? And when they come to your country, when they come for an NSS, a ReVcon, an NDA, or whatever form of training, you should be there with an empty cup. So a lot of networkers, a lot of people who join our business, all right, always join, okay, thinking they don't need training. Let me reaffirm and remind you that our business is about getting trained. You need to attend every training. You should be hungry for knowledge. You should be hungry for training. I still remember in my early days when I started in 1998 with Dato Vijay Japa, I used to fight to get any little time I could with Dato Vijay or Japa, all right, to learn anything. I used to sit next to Dato. He will be on a telephone conversation with somebody else, and I would just listen and learn something which I could apply in my networking or generally in life. All right, I still remember once I wanted my leaders to meet Dato, and I was in Malaysia, Dato was in Singapore. That's a 5-hour drive, okay? So I called Dato, I said, Dato, can you please allow us to come and learn from you? He said, I'm in Singapore, I'm staying at the Hyatt Hotel. If you want, come. So I got all my leaders together, we drove. 5-hour drive, crossed that bridge into Singapore, went to Hyatt, all right, and called him from downstairs. You know, Dato Vijay, we're downstairs. He said, wait, I'll come down. And we waited for 8 hours. 8 hours we waited. And Dato finally came down, spoke to us, and I'm not kidding, all right, spoke to us for not more than 20 minutes and said, thank you very much, I have to go, I have another meeting, and he left. So we drove for 5 hours, waited for 8 hours, and got 20 minutes of time with Dato and drove back 5 hours. But that 20 minutes, all right, was extremely beneficial to me and my group, right, because our cups were empty. That 20 minutes carried us for 3 years. We still apply that learning of 20 minutes until today in our networking teaching with our groups. So emptying your cup is crucial. Any chance you get to sit with a successful networker, your uplines, AVP, V Council, V Partners, grab that opportunity. All right? In a coffee shop, in the airport waiting lounge, in the car, don't waste your time. Learn, learn, learn. Empty your cup. All right? Or not, you'll never make it in this business. Okay? Now, training, it's a big word. If you talk about training to the traditional world, it's, you know, all these great Mahaguru trainers, you know, who never made it in life. They just sell their programs and make money from teaching people like you how to make money, even though they have never made money in traditional business. And you pay 2,000 US, 3,000 US to attend these great gurus of training. And you come back home, you never apply what they teach. You have a stack of books, 200 cassettes, which goes into your garage. And after 5 years, you're still broke. But in network marketing, I don't call it training. All right, training is a strong word. And basically, everyone resists. Do you understand? You resist. Oh, who is he to teach me? He's younger than me. That was my problem. I started networking when I was 23. And I had downlines who were 40, 50 years old. And they had a problem listening to me because I was young. All right. But when I started becoming tremendously successful in network marketing, because I learned from my teacher, Dato Vijay, all right, everyone was willing to listen to you. All right. So listen to success. Never question why. Ask how and follow. Right? So the word training, I don't like to use. Right now, what I'm doing with you right now, if you're sitting at home listening to me, I'm sharing. I'm not saying everything I share over the past 8 years I got from the sky. I am proud to say that nothing I say is original. Everything I say I learned from somebody greater, more successful than me, especially Dato Vijay Ishwaran, in this industry of network marketing. All right, and I respect that knowledge, I absorb that knowledge, and I share. So in the V, I don't like saying come for a training session. Hey, please go for this session, all right, because the guy is going to be sharing his experience. And that's important. Like in the 8 basic building blocks rebuilt, I shared, you have now started a journey on a road which you have never been on, a brand new street or a highway. Okay, and you want to go from point A to point B. You can figure it out on your own. But if you are smart or wise, you will ask somebody who has been on the road. You will ask him, excuse me, how is the journey? What road should I avoid? Left side, right side, where's the pothole? Where did the tree fall down? Where is the police speed trap? You know, so I can avoid it and not get a summon. You understand? That's what a wise person will do. So in our business, be wise. Learn from your seniors, learn from your uplines. Now, our sharing sessions or training, as common people call it, all right, is very much divided, in my opinion, to three categories. If I have a downline, I can help him in three ways, or three areas which I need to help him. Area number one, all right, is basically personal growth. The person growing as an individual, all right, and that's very important because a lot of people join our business with a lot of garbage in their minds. They're alcoholics, they are lazy people, some people have very low moral values, they are divorcees, they have problems with their wife, their families, all right, they have drug problems, whatever the problem is, all right, okay. That's a personal challenge they have within themselves, and sometimes as an upline, if you choose to, you also want to help them in their personal life. To me, what attracted me most to QuestNet, what attracted me most to the V, was their mission statement of raising yourself to help mankind. It is not only about money, it's about helping somebody change their lives. And I love that aspect of it. And I think that's something which is driving me today. I'm financially free. I'm retired. I have enough money to last a lifetime very comfortably. But I still do what I do because I think I want to change a lot of lives out there. I think there are a lot of Patmans who need Patman. All right? And I think it's my duty. All right? I've earned so much from this company. It's for me to give back. Raise yourself. I've raised myself with a lot of help from Dato. All right, Vijay. And now I want to help mankind. So in areas of networking with my downline, the first area of training I focus on is, for example, personal growth. All right, and that area of personal growth, I guide them on various areas of discipline, commitment, changing their lifestyle. All right, I talk about vegetarianism, I talk about the stopping alcohol abuse and everything else because I want him to be a better person. All right, but the most important thing I share with all my downlines is the power of the teaching Dato has shared with millions of people around the world, called the sphere of silence. The first thing I want to get the guy switched on is on the sphere of silence, the power of silence, the 1 hour every day, which helps him personally to grow. That's personal growth, okay? Sphere of silence, very important aspect of which helps him become a better individual, a better father, a better son, but most importantly, helps him become a better networker / a better human being. Okay? Then there is the area of energy or hype or passion or excitement. All right? And that area is through our events. Okay? There is a system in place in every organization around the world. Okay? Every organization, especially the V, has their own system. We have NSS, NDA, VCon, the mother of all events, VCon, all right, where people attend to get that energy. That event is full of passion, hype, all right, a lot of loud music, a lot of dancing, a lot of shouting, a lot of knowledge also imparted onto them, all right, and that's the second area. And if you are running your own organization, if you have 200-300 downlines, you must belong to a system. Without a system, you will not make it in network marketing. You cannot be a lone ranger. And your system, like my system previously when I was actively networking, all right, started in my home. Started with my home every Sunday, 10 people in my living room, all right? And we sometimes watch movies, we share basic training, we share our experience with each other. And from that 10, it grew to 20, 30, 40, 50. Then we had to book a small hall in our compound or village, all right? Then eventually it became 100, 200, 300. Then we book a hotel. Right now it's 1,000, 2,000. We book a big